Hi everyone, it's Vickie Kello, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane. Happy Monday. Let's see whether I can find you. Alright, is that working? Yes. Why is this not playing? There we go. Right. Hi everyone. Let me know when you're on so I can see. Hi Sue. Hi Megan. Hi Lisa. So we're gonna have a bit of fun tonight with this stamp set. And I've just dropped my pieces. Hi Jean. Hope everyone's well and you didn't miss me too much last week. Did we all have a good weekend? I meant to do a lot of stuff. Do you remember, when we were little, my sister's favourite book was I meant to clean my room today, but other things got in the way. And I meant to craft on the weekend and do a few things, but instead I cleaned up my craft room. And I'm looking here and I have never seen so much desk space in my craft room. I reckon since it got started. But, so I feel amazing for that, but I didn't get the stuff done that I was supposed to. But anyway, hi Glenda. So we're using this stamp set tonight. I haven't used it before, but we're going to have some fun with it. And I just pop that over to the side there. You managed to log in, Sue? Yes. All right. Hi, Marie. So we're going to stamp. Yes, as soon as I saw it, Megan, I had to have it because it's got a dash hand, but it's also got a llama on it. I love llamas. So that's cute. Now we're going to stamp. Oh, I've taken them all out. I have too many blocks out already. Hi, Janice. I was just saying I cleaned up my craft room over the weekend. And I've never had so much space. It's great. You know, I put away, because I had more packs of cardstock out on my table to play with than I did in my cupboard. I still have my hot dog stand. Happy birthday. Hi, Kerry. So we're going to colour him in. I think we're going to do a brown dachshund. Right, so we've got these colours. We need yellow. We might do, because that's cherry cobbler, I think. Do light cherry cobbler. No, we don't. We do dark cherry cobbler because light cherry cobbler doesn't look like the right colour. No, you're fine, Sue. Yes. Okay, so we're going to colour the little dashie. So for those that don't know, I have a dachshund. He is a mess. They're very needy dogs. Cute and lovable, but very needy dogs. My husband said he'd never get a second one. So, it's the Craft and Connect Megan. So, I can't really talk. I was going to colour a lot of these and then just put the cards together, and I'm like, that's going to be a very quick video because I struggle to colour and talk at the same time. I don't know why. So did everyone else have a good weekend? Oh, he's cute. So that's light pecan pie. For some reason I was thinking. No, I said that I would switch it up, that it's Friday one time and then Saturday the next time. So it's Saturday afternoon. I don't know what colour to have this bit. That can be that bit there too. So are you home now, Kerry? So has everyone seen the announcement that there's no longer going to be the stamp and write markers and the packaging is changing and red rubber is going? So if those of you that do actually like the stamp and write markers, so these are the stamp and blends, but the water-based markers, because these ones are alcohol, they're no longer doing them anymore, and so the ones that they do have, they were going to go into the last chance section of the website. So if you are interested in them, you'll need to pick them up because they'll be while stocks last. I went to City Town Hall for Sister Angela's Mary's 100th birthday. Wow. That would have been exciting. What colour is this? Daffodil Delight. Probably should have got the dark one. But that's all right. I do admit that I still buy the water-based markers, but I don't use them very often since having the blends. So I kind of understand why they're doing that. I just hope that we get alcohol markers or the blends in every single colour, because I went looking for some in Garden Green and we don't have it. I don't have it. I'm pretty sure we don't have it because I'm pretty sure I've got every blend. This is the Turtley U paper. I'm just using the other side of it. All right, now, do we want what ribbon? I don't think I've got any ribbon that kind of matches. We'll just pop him up. So, you know how Megan, I said that I ran out of rhinestones? And I'm like, I just don't know how I did that. No, I found this. I pulled my rhinestones out separately. Look how many different rhinestones I've got in here. And these are green packaging. That's how long they've been in there and I've forgotten about them because they're separate. So yes, I have not run out of that. Oh, I thought white would get lost. You know how I said I didn't have any white ribbon and I bought some? Well, now I've just found some. Good Lord. This is what happens when I've got ribbon in too many spots. Too many spots. Do I want... I might do some linen. I don't know whether this is linen thread or what. I don't know what this is. But we're using it. I do think I need to get a better system for my ribbons. Well, I got another email from Qantas changing my flight. I don't know how many times they're going to change my flight before I actually fly out. It's very frustrating. But it's not long now. Card is bright and cheerful. Okay, let's not push that down too hard because there's adhesive on the other side. Didn't want it sticking. I do like this paper. So, because I think there's only so much you can do with the turtles, right? So after you've made a few turtle cards, you're like, what else am I going to do with that paper? But the other side is like quite neutral. So it's okay. Because I'm also using the dots, which are also on another piece of the turtle paper. I find this pack of dimensionals that I'm using right now, the backings are really hard to get off and the actual dimensionals stick together. Like they're really, it's like they're not cut properly. So it's really hard to separate the hexagonals bits. Oh, that's cute. I do like that ribbon on there. Oh, good idea, Megan. I love it. I love it. Okay, that's our first one. Now our next one is using the llama. So we need... I'm going to stamp. Let's stamp. So this is from my friend whose birthday's coming up. So let's stamp happy birthday first so that I can work out how high my llamas can be. Let's get my fingers out of the ink. Now, where's Julie tonight? She'll be so proud of me. Look at all these blocks I've got. Look. Look, look, look. Best not put that there. How many blocks can one person have? Right. So let's put the dash hand away. We don't need him for a second. We don't need this long one for a second. But the llama is cute. Oh, are you using a kit block? I am using a kit block because I didn't have another D block that I could get out of. I can't get it out of my case. You know, it's suctioned in there so well. So I'm not the biggest fan of a kit block, but it's there. Now, I lined this up, practice run, so well that I'm hoping when I actually need to do it, oh, I did pretty well. Was my head in the camera? Yep. Look at all those greys. Anyway, so how cool is that? And then we've got a third one. Because where did I put him? We're going to put him here. So we need to colour him in. Light pecan pie. And we might do a crumb cake, do you think? So we've got different colour, dark crumb cake and light. So I've already done pecan pie. Might do different colour llamas. So Chrissy and I should also have the details up very shortly about the retreat we were talking about on the weekend. Hi Renee. So that should come out very, very shortly. And then I do have my September class, which is using the the Japanese inspired paper, the gold foiling paper, kintsugi, I think, class. Is that still available? The retreat, yes, because we haven't, the retreat is on the 27th, no, the 25th of October. So there will be an email going out shortly to those that have previously done the retreats with us. And then once those ladies have had time to register and confirm, then it may be opened up to other participants, because we're getting limited on space, which is a nice problem to have. All right, so and I'm going to do a darker bit there, and this one can have a lighter bit. And then I want the light flirty flamingo for the ears. Do you like rabbit ears? I don't know whether they're rabbit ears or not, but anyway. So I want to have a blue bit and a yellow bit as the bigger scarf bit. And I should have the details up for my advent calendar, hopefully next weekend, for those that are interested in doing my advent calendar again. So there's a lot going on at the moment. Right, now let's work out the colours. Okay. So how I chose the colours was that I, the colours from the paper, because you don't want to add too many new colours. So you can add a neutral, but I've chosen the colours from their paper to kind of tie it all together. That is one of the very many reasons why I love Stampin' Up. because everything coordinates. All right, let's do yellow on the top here. Yeah, I can't colour and talk. It's so hard. Because I'm concentrating so much. I really struggle. So that's why I was going to colour these off camera and things so that, but then I'm like, then put them together. It takes 2 minutes. My video will be over and done within 20 minutes and have, and stuff. So I'm like, no, I need to colour them, but I struggle to talk and colour. And that one. I'm good at colouring in front of the TV because you don't have to think so much. But when it comes to trying to do it on camera, I'm not so good at it. There we go. So this one then goes on there. I do like this twine thing happening. There, and then this one needs to go. So this is the turtley paper as well. Totally awesome, because I do like the turtles. I think they're cute, but I think I've done enough with the turtles. I've done enough. Right. There's my other scissors. Oh, over here. Oops. Having trouble with Facebook. That's no good, Kerry. I got me a new phone last week. It took like 2.5 hours to transfer everything over. But better than the old days when you got a new phone, like you had to, it didn't happen automatically. Oh. So I was dreading it because I actually got the phone like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe. And it's just sat there because I wanted to do my Facebook Live first, then I wanted to do this first because, you know, if you transfer it and then it doesn't work, I'm like, oh. And anyway, I got it all set up, everything's great. And then on the weekend, I tried to log into my email on my laptop and I spent like 4 hours and I couldn't get it done because Microsoft have changed some stupid thing on it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Anyway. So, I was more worried about my phone than my laptop, and my laptop gave me grief over the weekend. I'm just not a fan of technology at the moment. Right, we're going to have to find some bling to put on these. And then, look! He can go there. I like the things there, but I don't know. I am going to hang him off the bottom. What type of phone did you get? I got a new laptop on the weekend. Oh, nice! I got a 16 iPhone because I only do iPhones. But then my laptop is a Dell. I don't want a MacBook or anything. So I find that funny. I think I might have to cut these in bits too. I need a new phone for Disneyland because my phone was about 6 years old, and so I couldn't do my Facebook Live without it connected to the power because it would drain the battery. And at Disneyland you need to be on the app all the time. So I'm like, well, it's going to be useless because my battery doesn't last. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love him. He cute. Okay, so that's the second one. And then now we're going to do some fancy cards. Fancy cards with the long bit. The long neck. Okay. So this paper is from this Christmas Tags and More specialty paper. So how nice is the plaid paper? So I need to work this out. My bits, get my bits right. Okay, so we are going to be doing some masking as well because I want half a dog here and half a dog there and stuff. So on this one, we want half a dog. I do have power packs, but they're not going to be great if my battery only lasts on my phone for half an hour to start with. But I do have power packs because you only get about 2 charges out of a power pack as well. So, right, then we're going to line this one up and this is why I got my grid paper out tonight. Stamp the long bit. Now, so we get some masking paper because now I want the head. And just to make sure that we didn't get that bit. Now we need to line him up as well, and that is 4 squares. right, and then we get the long one again. Move them out of the way. Straight. All right, now if it is a little bit skew-iff there, sausages. Yes, Tanya, sausages. Get your black marker. I hope they're still going to have this pen, or bring in something like a journaling pen to fix that. Right, and then we've got to sit there and colour that. I don't know whether you want me to colour that or not, because, you know, I struggle to talk and colour. I hope I've left enough room at the top for my paper. I might have to trim that down. Make that a bit thinner, because I've got my dog walking on air here. I should have moved him down a bit more, but that's right. You get the concept. Oh, his little foot is smudged here. Okay, so I'm just going to colour the dog, and we can colour the coat later because I struggle to talk and colour. How are you, Tanya? And I'm now going to have to trim these down a little bit because I forgot about them. And I had these at 2 inches, I think. No, 1.5 inches. Well, we're going to have to go to 1 inch. I do like the plaid though. We'll cut that big red bit off. Okay, so before we stick this on, we'll stick that right up to the top. And just trim that. Having fun being a nanny. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you have to colour. We can amuse ourselves. I'll make the cards, and then those that want to stay, I'll finish and colour afterwards. But yes. Now, this you can't get the pattern lined up. Alright, so don't stress about it because it's only 6x6 paper. Alright, so you're never going to get the pattern lined up. So I think I'm going to... Doesn't really matter. But I was trying to make sure that it's different. That's the white at the top. Let's do the white at the bottom. So it is different. That'll screw with some people that have OCD. So then these bits go on. Whoops, we need to do that the right way. Where am I going to... I haven't thought about sentiment on this one. So this is like a Z fold card. So what I did, I just did a portrait style card and then folded it back on itself. To get the fold. I do want to colour because then you'll get rid of that. The join that I didn't do so great there. Well, that's a very long dog to start with, isn't it? He should have been probably in there. But he's a long sausage dog anyway. Long. That's cute. So we in this stamp set, which I really like, it's also got Merry Christmas. So let's do Merry Christmas. But, oh, got an itchy eye. Let's stick Merry Christmas on this because So I'm doing, so he'll look better when he's coloured, obviously, and we can colour him, but I know some people, you know, have to work and don't like watching me all night. They got better things to do. Merry Christmas. So we can go back and colour him. But and then if you put that in, if we then stick that, stick that in there. And then pop him up there like that. Oh, my punch didn't like that because it was in 2 bits. And we can just tear that bit off. And I think we might just pop him up there. But I do like this twine thing happening because the twine is matching the dogs. So do I want that twine around that way? I do, I think. I do. But I'm not going to be able to do the... I'll have to tie it this way. Whoa! Runaway twine. Oh my goodness. I'm making this look harder than it should be. I just don't want to stick the adhesive the way I've done it the other ways, because otherwise this card might shut and like we glue it on itself. That's what I'm trying to avoid. With all these sausages, do we get a guest appearance? Looks like he's in bed already. I might call him out. Oh, that's not long enough. I don't think this is linen thread. Whatever this is, I'm quite liking this. So let's stick that over there. And Merry Christmas. And then you could put long time no see, because you know some people you only just put in there. Should I put that on there? So it's got long time no see. You only see them at Christmas. Do you think I should stamp that on here? Let's, you girls respond to that while I work out what colours we're going to do the jacket. We don't have garden green, which is painful, but we might do a light crumb cake as a neutral. That is so cute. Yes. So as soon as I saw this stamp set, because this is still on, this is an online exclusive, I had to have it. Because of my dash hounds. You've got dash hounds too, don't you, Tanya? I know quite a few people with dash hounds. One, two. And then it does finish it off. Yeah, Megan's got two as well. I think sometimes I would like a second. My husband said, no, we're not having a second. We can get another dog. We're just not allowed another dash hound. So I think we want, once we come back from Disneyland, look at getting a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. That's what Suna was, and he was a beautiful dog. So get another one of them. 4. Well, Buddy is 2. Oh, you want this stamp set? Yes, sure thing. Jean? It is super cute. I had to get it, just not just for the dash yarn, but for the llama too, because the last time they had a llama stamp, I didn't think the llama was cute. This llama is cute as. I like him a lot. Yes, they've never had all the colours, Kerry. Because if a colour is like, because they've got the light and dark of colours, so if the colour is too close, sometimes it ends up being the other, like the other colour, so they don't have that, so they don't have a garden green at the moment. But I'm hoping they'll bring out more colours. For that reason. A friend has a creamy one. They're beautiful. Oh. Well, Buddy is quite dark. Brown. But he's got, I like his paws. Cream long-haired one. Oh, I think the short-haired ones make enough mess. I can't imagine what a long-haired one would do. Alright, so we've got one more card after this because we're making another Z fold card with the llama. So if you want to stick around for that, now that I've started colouring this, chocolate, black and tan. So I'm using soft sea foam because that is the colour in this paper as well as the garden green. And then I just did the light crumb cake to give it a neutral. There doesn't seem to be much difference between the soft sea foam and the crumb cake though. Only a slight difference. The chocolate is the naughty. Okay, nearly finished this one. So did we decide whether we want to see the stamp on here, long time no see, or we just leave it blank? I don't remember seeing anybody answering that question. That's cute. We'll have to find some gems to stick on these. So then the last card is this one, and we need to, this one's going to be a Merry Christmas one too. And we're going to stick Merry Christmas, add it on. Okay, I'll add it on. I'll have to add it on later. We'll go back and add it on. So we're going to stamp Merry Christmas down here. That just slid then. Yep. I hate these blocks. That's better. There's two sides to a bit of paper and I've got ink on my fingernails. Let's clean that off. Now, this can go on here. We'll stick some gems over that, goober. So I stuck a layer of white between this paper because the green on the green got a bit lost. Why did that not? I've obviously miscalculated that. Let's try this one before I... Whoa! How did I stuff that up so badly? Does that fit on there? Yep. Well, good thing I've got another piece over here, hey? Right, I don't know what happened there, but anyway, I'm going to say goodnight. Night, Kerry. I think that is that length there. Lucky I checked that before I stuck adhesive on it. And let's get that out. Oh, that one's too short. Damn it. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. Saturday is the Craft and Connect. So it's just a session at my house. You bring your own stuff to craft. I don't do a class. I don't make anything. You just finish your unfinished projects, create your own things. You can use my stuff. So that goes on there. For a couple of hours on Saturday, Christina. All right, so this is the same thing. So this is a Z fold card going this way. And then this is a Z fold card. I usually do them this way, but we're going to go this way. And so when some people, when they make Z fold cards, will also put like this belly band thing on, so that then it goes up like that. That's what we're going to put our thing thing on. So this is just a normal portrait style card, and then I folded it back on itself. And then this is a piece of cardstock at 2 inches, and it's by the width of the A4 cardstock. So, and I've scored it at 10.5 centimeters and then folded it back on itself again. So you do the same measurements here, but then when you stick it on backwards. All right, so we're going to stamp the llama. That paper is the new Christmas paper, Christina. Christmas Tags and More. So we're going to stick him on there. Then we need to stamp the scarf. Let's hope we line it up. Oh, I think I have to really like stand up here. Oh, that was good. And then we get the long one and finish to the end. Now, again, I think I'm going to have to get my head in the... That one's pretty good. Only a little bit missing there, which my black ink will fix up there. All right, so then we colour the llama again. I'm going to colour his ears first. Now this, did I do? Yeah. This paper has only got the green and the white in it. So I thought I could bring a little bit of colour into it. So I might add the red. Usually you don't want to add too many new colours, but this has only got the green. Oh, is this the dark? No. So, and you could spend so much more time colouring. We all know that I'm not the best colourer. And you know what? They look fine if you just colour. You don't have to sit there and shade and spend hours. You'd probably get a much nicer result, but I think you get just a fine result just colouring like me, which is how we were taught to colour in preschool. Okay, so green, and I think we might add the pink. So I'm gonna do that face is too cute. Yeah, so cute. The last llama they had, I didn't like. Like, it looked really cartoonish and silly, and this llama, I love him. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two, three. At least those watching back on YouTube can fast forward me when I'm not talking too much while I'm colouring. Or watch me at 2 times the speed like I watch everybody else. Okay. I don't mind this soft sea foam with the cherry cobbler. But you could make the scarves into like Where's Wally and just do red and white. You could match it to whatever. I've matched it to the paper and things, but if you make your own DSP, you could have whatever colours. And then the pink. Now I'm going to go back and stamp that long time no see on there. Football team colours, yes! That would be a great idea, Glenda. The seafood looks great with the red, who would have thought? Oh, the sea foam, yes. I'm reading that going, what are you talking about, Tanya? No, sea foam, yes. Autocorrect. Okay, so we finished that. Now, am liking oh, good thing I haven't stuck that down yet. Because that's got to come off the top there. Alright, let's stick that down on the bottom first. Because I've got some running repairs to do with the thing. Where's my seal? Here. Alright, we are going to want about 1/4 of an inch of that, and I think I'm going to use my trimmer. look at that. So then you can stick ta-da! All right, so I think I'm gonna tie a bow with this, but make it a bit thicker of a bow. And so I've wrapped it around twice. That didn't work. Come on. Right, pull that and pull that. So fix that up and pop that on there. Now we're going to go back here and stamp long time no see. Not with that one, we're not. Oh. I just think the scarf's pretty cool too. Long time no see. So I have nearly used all the stamps in here then. So the other ones, which I think are really cute, which I didn't know what they were these here. Lots of people have stuck them like on the neck. You stamp on the neck, and they're like coloured them like lights, Christmas lights. I think I want to do this as 2 stamps. Long time. And then oh, look at that. Did you see that? That was a bit arsey. That was so arsey, actually, because I only just moved it. Moved it underneath right at the last minute. All right, so I think we're going to go with the basic rhinestones because I have 10,000 of them. Got champagne in here. We haven't had champagne in forever. And these are really old school packaging. But that's what happens when you clean up your craft room. You find all the things because we don't do these ones anymore. Let's hope they stick. Oh, that's cute. There's that one. Now this one, we need them over here to cover the goobers that I've left from my fingers. down, and then these ones and then this last one. I had so much fun making with these. This stamp set is fun. So yes, it's an online exclusive. But how much fun was that? So you can make nice simple cards like this. Oh my God, I've made a mess. I'm all crooked. My phone's crooked even. Did I bump that, or have you been crooked or not? And then you could make the fancy fold cards like this. So I hope you enjoyed the content. And if you get this stamp set, I'd really like to see what you guys make with it. It's so much fun and cute. So hope everyone has a good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.